what I gotta do. Time after time we do the impossible. You ain't made it till you got stylists go out and shop for you. You ain't made it till they put on top of you. Parading through the city, the whole block come out for you.
The onset of fall weather, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. Today, it's week 4, and we've got what should be a great one here between the Washington Commanders and the San Francisco 49ers. Seems like we were just starting training camp, but here we are in October, and off we go on EA Sports. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Okay, right? Slow check. Set.
The drive begins with a run by McCaffrey. And that is the kind of tackling they want to see all game, as he'll lose yardage to start things out. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
On second and 11 now. Lance. Aiken able to bring it in. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A gain of 28 yards there and give them a first down. And on this first drive, looks like they want to get that vertical passing game going early.
And they did, and what a warning shot they just fired. If you're not going to back up and play coverage deep, we're going to attack you all game long. And once you adjust to that and you start to back off, then that opens things up underneath. A really nice start for them. Great way to get the game going.
From Commanders territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line. Lance looking to throw it. He lets this one fly toward the back of the end zone. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. The Niners had 0-3 here to begin the campaign, and you hate to have to say it this early in the season, but getting close to must-win time, is it not?
And I totally understand why you expressed it that way, because it's so early in the season, it feels like hyperbole. But yes, there's still time to turn things around, but they've got to start to win right now if they have any hopes of trying to make the playoffs.
All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down.
I'm not quite sure what he thought he saw there, but the reality was certainly a much different picture than what he anticipated. And give credit to the defense. They were down on the flash when he broke out of there, and they forced him out with almost nothing to show for his efforts.
Off of play action, and here's Lance. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Commanders are going to get possession here as they force the opening drive turnover.
Well, they certainly weren't afraid to let it fly early, and they hope that'll keep the defense honest and keep the offensive guys excited about getting back out there. They are in attack mode in this game. It did backfire a little bit. Now you're just hoping your defense can keep them off the scoreboard so you're not facing a deficit the next time you run out there.
And they string that play out nicely. He stopped before he can turn upfield. No gain, 2nd down. That time on the outside, pretty nice job as a cornerback to shed any would-be blockers and make the tackle.
Think about the praise we're giving him, what his coaches are giving, but how about the respect he gets from his teammates to be a complete corner who doesn't just cover receivers, but also tackles ball carriers.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Now back to throw. Being chased out left. Looking left sideline, but it's incomplete.
Well, he certainly did a nice job improvising there, extending the play, hoping someone would come open downfield, but they never did.
They had the incomplete pass on 2nd down. Now they need a big play here, 3rd and 10. Now a shotgun snap as they'll look to throw. Looking for Jones, and it's intercepted. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football. 3rd and long that time. He was trying to make something happen, but a little too risky.
Well, the field tilted on him, and what I mean by that is what you said. 3rd and long, got to push it downfield to try and pick up the first down. Defensive backs live for this situation, and they took advantage of the young man right there.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete.
They started this drive backed up against the wall by the turnover, but I love their fight. Planted their feet and forced the incompletion on first down.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. A give running left. It's McCaffrey. It'll go as a loss of a yard, so now they deal with 3rd and 11. I tell you what, CD, this Washington defense, very strong in the victory last week.
And one of the key things you always look for when you're evaluating a defense is how opportunistic are they? How many takeaways do they get per game? And how about last week's game? That number, 6. Absolutely phenomenal performance. They were on top of their game right from the first snap.
Throwing his Lance on 3rd down. That's complete. It's Brandon Ayuk. And that's not going to get it done. He'll come up well short of the first at about the 21. So give him 2 yards there on the completion. And that's going to make it 4th down. And his kick is right there. It's good. So he's been automatic to this point of the season, and he connects on the field goal there.
And what a luxury it is to have a kicker you can depend upon, partner, because he hasn't missed all year long. Converts on that one as well. And kudos to you. You didn't jinx him.
The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. Taken at the goal line. And he won't get this to the 20-yard line as he's down at the 19. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. They threw an interception the first time they had the football, only gave up 3 points off of that, so it shouldn't be a difficult hole to overcome.
It really shouldn't, as long as they're not listening to the chatter coming from the other side, because when you throw a pick, look, I know defensive backs, they have a tendency to be a little bit loud after they take one away, but they also have a tendency to gamble a little bit more, thinking they'll get a second one. Maybe they can take advantage of that with some double move.
And he fires one that's intercepted. And into the end zone, a pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Tristan Vizcaino for the extra point. He's got it, and now it's a 10-0 lead here in the opening quarter. So an early 10-0 lead for them now as they kick it away. Taking it about the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. And job 1 here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath. First, do no harm. And right now, they're arming themselves on offense.
I like that. No one is mistaking me for a doctor, though. But thank you, Dr. Davis. First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. He'll look to throw. The throw complete to the tight end, Tunyon. And he's got it past the 30. It's hit and dropped. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. A first down carry by Elliott. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. This running game so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead him to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Just a gain of a yard there, and now it'll be 3rd down.
Brandon, we talk all the time about those hybrid players, guys who can do more than one thing, and I think if you're playing strong safety in the NFL today, you are a true hybrid. Part linebacker, part cover guy.
And coming up, sticking his nose in the mess there and making a nice play defensively. An extra DB for the 49ers now on 3rd. They'll look to throw. Got a man, it's Tunyon. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It's a gain of 6 that time on 3rd and 2. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. He'll get this out wide here to Elliott. And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5. Complete, it's Dotson. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45. 10-0 the score after 1 on EA Sports. This will be play number 8 here on the drive. It's 3rd and a yard. Jones has it. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. That time the conversion comes courtesy of the RPO.
And know what it did? It moved the sticks. Nice pickup on 3rd down. Even better decision.
Up the middle, here's Elliott. And not a whole lot of room to operate there on the first down run. He gets maybe 3.
I do know from experience that when you slow down someone's running game, you're now doing the dictating on defense. And guess what? Now you're getting ready to tee off on their quarterback because they have to throw it all the time. But you still have to be alert for the draws and other plays of that nature and make sure you don't get hurt.
The play-action fake. They'll look to throw. And his throw here is incomplete.
With a rookie quarterback out there, you're definitely going to find out how he handles adversity because this one so far hasn't gone according to plan. He's got to fight through it and show him what he's made of.
Well, this drive, they're 2 for 2 on 3rd down conversions, but they need 7 yards here. Looking to throw. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. And the Niners are going to take possession here at their own 16-yard line. So his struggles just continuing here in the first half throwing the football, Charles. Now 3 interceptions.
And they don't feel like they're just great plays by the defense. There's a sense that maybe he's a little careless with the football now. So some of the great coaches in the past, you know, they've always said, I can't teach you, obviously, because you're not listening. So maybe the bench can teach you. He's got to be careful now. He might get pulled.
They take a shot downfield there, but it winds up falling incomplete.
I like what they did there because many of the deep throws we see in the course of a game come to the outside, the perimeter of the field. In this case, they used the slot receiver to run deep downfield and tried to connect that way. Unsuccessful in that attempt, but I like what they were doing.
Throwing again on 2nd and 10. Lance. And that is incomplete.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Lance. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. On 4th down, on is Colby Wadman now to punt. And he gets this away, and look at this. This is a good one. Pulled in at the 24. Found good room to run there. Returns it 14 yards. And it will be Washington football now with a 1st and 10. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. As the offense comes out here, Charles, remember they threw the interception last time out, but they were moving the football down the field. Looked like they were going to have a sustained drive that ended in points, but then the pick ensued.
And because of that, there's no way you can call the last drive a success. Yes, there are things to build on because they found some play calls that work. Now, they've got to build another drive and find a way to avoid the turnover the Plague did on the last one.
Here's a 2nd and 7. Throw left side complete. That's Elliott. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. That one a 1st down pickup of 8. Inside give to Elliott. And he can only manage to get a couple. 2nd and 8 coming up.
You've got to be impressed by that defensive front on reps like those. They were not being moved off the line, kept their shoulders square, and gave their teammates time to fight to the ball and limit that gain.
Here's 2nd and 8. And on the left sideline, he caught it, but out of bounds, according to the head linesman. Incomplete, so the ball a little late getting there, and it's 3rd down. A misconnection there. He's hit on just 50% of his passes thus far. That's not where you want to be.
Now you see the evolution of the game. You go back to the quarterbacks of old, 50% would be terrific because they threw the ball downfield almost every time they threw it. Now with the short passing game, you should be above 60% just to be in the average range.
And now the 3rd down throw incomplete as well.
This defense has certainly played well so far in this game, and the coverage has been tight on just about every throw. Forced a few here so far in this game, and now it brings up 4th down.
They'll drop to throw. Able to connect with Dotson. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. A gain of 26 and a conversion there as well on 4th down. So after the big play on 4th, here's 1st and 10. Back to throw again. Open man left side, it's the tight end Tunyon. And he's going to be brought down at about the 16. 2nd down and 3. Again, he'll drop to throw. A hit as he throws there, incomplete.
There's an incompletion, partner, and the struggles through the air continue because so far their lack of passing production has led to a lack of points.
Washington on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. This time it's 3rd and 3. And he finds McLaurin. And the Commanders are going to have 1st and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points.
And this is an offense in need of getting a few good things to happen. Here's one right here. They've had their share of struggles in key moments, but that's a nice throw and nice work after the throw. And they're set up now with a 1st and goal.
Here we go.
1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. Now Elliott. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2.
This is a critical sequence here for this offense. Things really haven't gone their way so far. This could be their chance to get back into it, but they've got to find a way to punch this ball in.
Now here's a little touch pass as they tap it quickly to their receiver. And this is not going to do it as he's stopped at the 2-yard line. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. .157 to go in this first half on EA Sports. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. They'll come out in the pistol. They'll set up to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They try to throw on 4th and goal from the 2, and this 49er defense stands tall down near the goal line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're going to have to go at least 50, 60 yards here if they want to ensure that they don't have to punt the ball like they did last time.
Yeah, so what you're saying is we're not playing to just get out of the shadow of your own goal line, right? You're playing to make sure the punter doesn't see the field again. So it's not picking up a couple of first downs. You want to pick up 5 or 6 first downs and make sure you move the ball into their territory.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Ultra.
They stay on the ground. McCaffrey again. And he's got some space here. And they work this out past the 25. 23 yards on the pickup there and a first.
Okay, every now and then my defensive bias will leak out here. Abysmal play for them. You've got them backed up, and you let them out.
Couldn't take advantage. And you know who's happy? The punter. Because if he was needed, they gave him a lot of space to work with now.
Yeah, because he would have had a lot to think about, right? Don't step over the back line and give him a safety. Now he's got room if he needed it.
That's back-to-back plays of over 20 yards.
Well, coaches always talk about finding balance on offense. I don't think you can get much more balance than this. Big-time run, big-time pass.
A 1-2 combination. Looked pretty good.
How about that? Hey, let's see if they can continue to take that kind of a punch, though.
He'll let this go for the end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And now look at this. Big gain, but a fumble. Well, do you want to unpack that one, or do you want me to?
You're the boss.
We get the interception, then really he's just too loose with the football on the return, and he coughs it right back up the other way.
I've seen this happen in an NFL game, and boy, did it cost someone. San Francisco at Atlanta a few seasons ago. Atlanta throws the interception. San Francisco runs it back. Game is salted away. Fumbles on the return. Atlanta gets it back, drives down, kicks the game-winning field goal.
How about that? And a crazy situation we just saw there. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Lance going to throw. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll go out of bounds in the red zone just inside the 20. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down. So 7 yards from the first down here as they come up to the line of scrimmage. Here's Lance to throw it. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their 2nd timeout as they'll stop it with 17 seconds to go in this first half of action.
On the ready?
They'll try to run with McCaffrey. And they'll get him down just shy of the goal line at about the 1. It's a gain of a couple, and it'll be 2nd and goal. Now a timeout signaled for, and they'll get it with 10 seconds to go before halftime.
On the double. Strike.
They'll try and power it in with Juszczyk. Driving for the goal line, but he's marked down short. And with no timeouts, no chance to get the field goal. Oh, he fakes a spike. And he's going to go down. So they pass up the field goal attempt to go for 6, but as a result, they leave points on the field, and that's going to do it for this first half. So we have reached halftime with our score 10-0 as we send you cross-country to Orlando. Jonathan Coachman is there and has our EA Sports halftime report. And we welcome you back now. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin, getting set for quarter number 3 here. Washington down on the scoreboard, but they are getting the football first here, and we are back underway on EA Sports. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And he returns this to the 22. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Charles, it'll be interesting to see what adjustments this offense made in the locker room. Haven't really been able to get anything going offensively, virtually nothing in the ground attack either. So certainly something has to change here in quarter 3.
And I'm pretty sure their friends from the defensive side of the ball told them exactly that, because those guys, the stop troops, they've been playing pretty well. They've kept them around in this game. Now they've got some time. The running game struggled in the first half.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. And the 49ers are going to take possession of the football.
And that has to be a little bit discouraging, because after all their halftime talk, adjustments, and points of emphasis, their first drive ends with an interception. Absolutely aggravating if you're a head coach, because you spent all that time, gone through every situation possible, and it still ends in a turnover.
And the first play of the drive there is incomplete.
That was nice work there defensively to force incompletion. Now, even though this drive started in plus territory, they're still not in field goal range yet. So they can work towards another couple of stops and not allowing that turnover to hurt.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. And Lance now to throw. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Caught that look from you there, partner. I think we're on the same page on that one. Just his first catch, I think we both thought he'd be a little more active in the passing game. Let's see if that's the start of them trying to get the ball to him a little bit more here in the second half.
In search of 4 yards here to pick up the first down. And they fake the handoff. Now Lance. This one into the hands of Kittle, the tight end. And he's going to have a Niners first down as he'll be marked down a yard or 2 past the marker following a gain of 6.
As an unbiased observer, I think it would have been interesting to see what they would have done if they hadn't gotten the first down there. But since they did, I guess the point is moot.
Yeah, they were right there in that middle ground, field goal range, punt, go for it. But as you said, they picked it up. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Striker, 3-3.
Off of play action, here's Lance. And this is incomplete.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Throwing now is Lance. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
This has certainly been a physical game so far. Limited scoring opportunities for both sides. And there's another chance that goes unfulfilled.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. Working from the gun, Lance. Got his target, Samuel. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. That's a 3rd down conversion to 24 yards there. Nice play.
And now we get into the psychology of the whole thing, because a lot of teams with a 2-score lead in the 3rd quarter, they almost become defensive with their offense, just playing not to lose. I think with this team, you got to figure at this point, this is a great spot for them to go into attack mode, really try and put the hammer down and finish this one off.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
Check right.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. Another run with McCaffrey on 2nd down. Call that a loss of a yard, and things get a little more difficult here. 3rd and 5.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments. They'll break the huddle and come up on the 9th play of this drive, needing 5 yards on 3rd down. Lance looking to throw it. Touchdown 49ers! Deebo Samuel, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And his guy's now an extra point away from taking a 3-score lead. Extra point right down the middle. And that makes our score 17-0. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. This taken in at the goal line. And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. I kind of feel like they've reached a do-or-die point in this game, Charles. If they're going to try to pull off an impressive comeback, it has to start right here, right now.
Yeah, now they've got a final chance to get out of this situation, but they also understand they've got to move the ball and move it fast. In addition, they need to save as much time so they can get 2 more possessions.
Now a play fake here on 1st down. A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara. Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Well, partner, they've certainly played up to their top 10 defensive ranking this week. They've stifled this opposing offense throughout this game. This contest is now lopsided because of their efforts, and there's still a quarter to go.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on 3rd.
Well, they certainly aren't letting up today, partner, because they've forced big turnovers already, and it's been incredibly tough for them to get yards against, let alone put points up on the board.
They're going to try and throw. He's going to sling this deep downfield. And it's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. Play action. Now it's Lance. This will be caught. It's Samuel. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. 1st down, San Francisco. The pickup, 14 yards. On play action, Lance. And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Commanders are going to take possession here at their own 6-yard line. Yes, folks, that is his 3rd interception, and I'm going to use one of the most overused phrases in football. He's a ball-hawking safety.
I love the way that you called for the shot there. That's perfect, though, because there is something to that. Being a safety often allows you freedom to roam around the defense, maybe not a specific assignment. Today, his assignment, find the football, and he's done so quite well. And there's another stop. One of the league's best defenses is certainly bringing it again this week.
18, 5 in.
And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Dre Greenlaw getting home on that one. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. Back to throw now in his own end zone. And my goodness, another interception. And into the end zone, a pick six for the 49er D as they score the touchdown. Extra point splits the uprights, and the lead is now 24. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six, and now the kick is away. This fielded right at the goal line. And taken down just past the 20 at about the 21-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's a game that they would rather probably forget about, at least to this point, Charles. And one reason is turnovers. A turnover on the last drive. They had the issue in the first half as well, and that's really, unfortunately for them, helped to put this game out of reach.
And you know they won't admit it to themselves, but we know that winning the game is pretty much out of the picture now. So their bottom line is, how do they play a clean game the rest of this one, right? Take care of the football, no more turnovers, and see how that works.
They'll look to throw here on first down. Out route, he finds his man. It's Jones. And he'll be out of bounds, able to get it down to the 25 there. Short completion, just 4 yards, and it'll be second down. They'll try the right side with Elliott. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
In need of a conversion on third down. They had the big play to start the drive. Not much sense. He'll look to throw. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Elliott. And he's going to have a Commander's first down. It won't be by much. He needed 3, and he got 3, barely. But the mark shows first down. Buying time to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. Brought down by multiple defenders, and it's a loss of 12. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now second down and 22 yards to go. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
And that's another play that's painted the picture of this game overall. It's been a blowout. It's been continually fueled by big turnovers and stops for one side and an inability to advance the ball from the other.
Washington on third down. They're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be third and a mile. A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
Tell you what, partner, after he ices down, he's going to be a nice long soak in a hot tub after this one. He's been under duress the entire game.
And once again, hit as he throws. Fortunate that one wound up incomplete.
Get it! 19 tight.
Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. Ron Rivera, the gambling type, but he comes up empty here. And the 49ers are going to get the football back. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Been a very strong performance for them, really, on both sides of the football. The turnover on downs the most recent example, and now, obviously, they're in a great spot here.
If you're over on the bench right now, you're shaking hands with your teammate, you're hugging him, give him a little dap. Been a big, big performance for them. Now you just don't get careless. Take care of the ball on the way out.
On second down, McCaffrey, and able to get a couple as he's across the 40 to the 41.
Brandon, I've got to think this offensive line has got some smiles on its faces. And I know it sounds crazy, but they practiced for this back in training camp. They knew they'd be in situations where it'd be extra defenders in the box coming after them, trying to keep them from locking down a game.
That's caught inside the 20. And they're going to get this down inside the 20. And that looked almost to be a case of, a quarterback saying, hey, I'm going to throw this as far as I can and hope you run under it. Mission accomplished. And that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete.
So many times when we talk about coverage, we're just about a defender running with a receiver, but a big part of it is understanding where the football is, finding it. In this case, when it arrived, it wasn't a surprise, and he was able to bat it away.
And just a couple yards there down to the 17.
Ladies and gentlemen, that is a force of nature at the defensive tackle position. Yes, he's as big as they come, but still plenty agile. He's able to make a nice play there to swallow up the ball carrier.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down. Throwing his Lance on third down. Got a man right side, it's McCaffrey. And the 49ers are going to have first and goal as they try to finish off this drive with 6 points. There's absolutely been no stopping this offense today. They already have the big lead, obviously. Here in the fourth quarter, they could coast to the end, but right now they're not passing up any chances. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Christian McCaffrey. His third rushing touchdown on the year. And the Niners have sewn this one up as they add to their lead here in the fourth. Point after, right down the middle. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to that big lead. The 49ers ready to kick it away, and here we go. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth quarter hole. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. They'll look to throw. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
At this point in the game, they've got to continue to try anything they can. They're still working at it, even though this one feels like a lost cause.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he's just throwing the ball up for grabs now. Fortunately, that one going to fall incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Now we got whistles before the snap. Looked like one of the Commanders jumped. Oh, moving from his tight end spot there.
Do you think that perhaps the play call was for him?
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now, 3rd and long. Again, he'll drop to throw. Steps away to his left, and he can't get rid of it. He's taken down.
Here we go.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And now here's another interception. And the Niners are going to take possession of the football. Well, they've got the huge lead. Now they have another interception on the defensive side. Seems like everything they touch in this one, Charles, turns to gold.
And they have to be awfully happy right there to get what appears to be one more for the road. It helps seal away one of their best efforts of the season.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Now a give, right side McCaffrey. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. And Washington now going to use the first of their 3 timeouts. It's just their first. They'll be down to 2 remaining as we step aside here in the 4th quarter. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. To throw, it's Lance. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
Here we go.
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. It's been a tough go for them. It's still without any points here in the 4th quarter. And a big deficit, Charles. But they moved the football on some drives. They just haven't had any points.
Yeah, and I know in their minds they're thinking the game plan has actually been working. We just haven't scored points. Well, isn't that the bottom line, partner? To put points on the board? So if you're moving it and you're not scoring, is it really working? Right now, they've got nothing left to lose. They might as well go for broke.
He's going to air one out. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the 49ers will take over here at their own 12-yard line. CD, this defense, man, at this rate, they're just having fun out there right now.
And normally with this type of a lead, if you're a starter on defense, you're saying, hey, let the other guys play. But with this going on, no one wants to come out of the game. They all want their shot at picking off a pass.
And he is going to lose yardage here. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Throwing on 2nd and 14. Lance. He's going to fire one deep, middle of the field. He's got a man, complete. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Up the gut, McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. A good response by the defense, sending them backwards after that huge gain last play. So their task a little bit more difficult now. 2nd and 13 that they're walking up on. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
But that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive. And once again, they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
And Lance now to throw. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And that would be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
I think it's fairly safe to call this game over, but they're still trying to bomb it downfield and add to their lead. Almost makes you start to feel for the defense and root for them a little bit, too.
Ready.
Lance to throw for it on 4th down. Man open, that's Ray McCloud. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And Washington will have it on the turnover on downs. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. At this point, partner, things looking pretty bleak. They still haven't scored here in the 4th quarter, facing the big deficit. What silver linings, what can they look to do here offensively?
You know, it's funny, I talked about this with a coach in the offseason and kind of had this scenario, like what feels good to you and what feels good to your team. You're down big. You really have like one possession left, and you're trying to put points on the board that don't matter. But do that? And he told me they actually do matter. And in this situation, he's going to try and run the best offense he can run to have at least a little bit of confidence to take away from that game. So right now, they're going to try their best to get something up on the board and not get shut out.
Let's go now.
So after the second down incompletion, they'll come up now against a 3rd and 6. He'll look to throw. And now here's another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. The call is to go for 1 and kick the extra point. And his kick is good, and flags fly as well. Some frustration showing through right now. This is going to be a roughing call. Well, things obviously not going their way. Trailing here in the 4th quarter, and that penalty going to go ahead and give the other side some extra yardage.
We all know it's an intense game, and things can get heated out there. That's part of the battle. But bottom line, you got to keep your cool. That was not an example of doing that.
And he will make it to the 20-yard line and no further. After the pick 6, they go right back to the air. And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Ambry Thomas. And the Niners are going to have the short field here as they'll take over right at the 50.
Well, let's face it, Brandon, they're down here in the second half. Want to try and make something happen, and if you're the guy with the ball in your hands, you're going to try even harder. Because I think all he was trying to do was to get outside the pocket and see if he can find a big play downfield.
He'll rifle this one deep right side. And now here is another interception. Picked up by Juan Thornhill. And the Commanders are going to take over once again at their own 37-yard line. Charles, are you kidding me? 4 interceptions? I mean, that's a good season for a lot of defensive backs.
A lot of reason to get voted into the Pro Bowl. When you have 4 in one game, I mean, talk about a campaign slogan, right? I got 4. Send me to the Pro Bowl, guys. What a game we've experienced watching this one.
And the connection not there. Incomplete. Just 14 seconds down to the final couple of plays here.
That's coverage you'd expect to see in a tie game late. Not in a lopsided game like this. They are not letting up.
Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. Back to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here. Another throw there off the mark, and obviously he's battled all of the interceptions. Things just haven't been true to form for him. I don't know. What do you think's going on out there, CD?
That's a great question, and my suspicion is he's been coached really well to not show that he's having a problem. You know, they always tell you no matter what, you keep throwing the football with confidence. Well, we're not seeing a confident thrower right now. He's off balance.
This is caught inside the 15. So the victory here for San Francisco. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there fresh playing, off a little extra spring in your step, and it showed up in this one.
They had a ton of spring in their step. Impressive victory.